Imagine you are at the highest stakes event in the world of fashion, New York City. The lights are blinding, the cameras are clicking like 1,000 hungry insects. You are the biggest star on the planet. Everyone is waiting for your grand entrance. You step out of the car, you look like $1 billion, but then you feel it. A snap, a slip, a cold breeze where there shouldn't be one. In a split second, the most photographed woman in the world is facing every celebrity's worst nightmare. Rihanna just had a massive wardrobe malfunction right in front of the paparazzi, and what ASAP Rocky did next is blowing everyone's mind. If you think this was just a simple fashion glitch, think again. This is a story of chaos, quick thinking, and the brutal reality of being a superstar. Let's set the scene. New York City, the city that never sleeps, the city where fashion isn't just clothing, it's a religion. It's a late night in February 2026. The air is crisp, the streets are lined with fans holding up iPhones like glowing beacons. This wasn't just any night, this was a night for the bold. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky are the ultimate power couple. They don't just attend fashion shows, they are the fashion show. When they show up, time stops. People forget how to breathe. They were heading to one of the most exclusive events of the season. Rihanna was wearing a look that was, quite frankly, legendary. It was daring, it was sheer, it was vintage, it was everything. But the problem with everything is that it only takes one thing to go wrong for it all to fall apart. They pulled up in a sleek black SUV. The door opened, the crowd went wild. It was a symphony of screams. Rihanna stepped out first. She looked like a queen. She was wearing a sheer, draped ensemble that defied the laws of physics. It was the kind of outfit that makes you wonder how it stays on. And for a few minutes, it didn't. As she walked toward the entrance, the unthinkable happened. The fabric shifted. A strap gave way. The sheer nature of the outfit meant there was zero room for error. We are talking about a total fashion collapse in real time. The cameras didn't stop. They never stop. They caught every single second of the panic. Now imagine the internal monologue. You are Rihanna. You've performed for the Super Bowl while pregnant. You've run business empires. You're a mogul. But a wardrobe malfunction is the one thing you can't control. The dress started to slide. It was a literal stop and stare moment, but not the good kind, the kind where your heart drops into your stomach. The fabric was thin. The wind was picking up. It was a recipe for a viral disaster. This wasn't just a tiny tear. This was a structural failure of a high fashion masterpiece. If she took one more step, the internet would have broken in a way it could never be fixed. This is where ASAP Rocky enters the frame. Now, most people would freeze. Most boyfriends would just stand there looking confused. But Rocky? Rocky is a pro. He saw the shift. He saw the look in Rihanna's eyes. Before the paparazzi could get the money shot of the disaster, Rocky moved. It was like a choreographed dance. He didn't make a scene. He didn't panic. He stepped in close. He used his own body as a shield. He draped his arm around her in a way that looked like a romantic gesture, but in reality, he was holding the dress together. He was a human safety pin. No way! He actually managed to hide the malfunction while making it look like they were just posing for a cute couples photo. That is elite level partner work. But they weren't inside yet. They still had to walk the gauntlet. Every step was a risk. Rihanna was holding her side, trying to keep the fabric pinned against her skin. Rocky was guiding her, his eyes scanning the crowd for any aggressive photographers, trying to get a side angle. It was like a high-stakes mission. One wrong move and it's front-page news for all the wrong reasons. They moved with a speed that was both graceful and desperate. The fans were cheering, totally unaware that a total fashion meltdown was happening 3 feet in front of them. It was a masterclass in fake it until you make it. Here are the facts. The outfit was a custom piece. It was designed to be provocative, but it wasn't designed for the chaos of a New York sidewalk. The malfunction happened right as they transitioned from the car to the red carpet area. According to witnesses, Rihanna remained incredibly calm. She didn't scream, she didn't hide her face. She just adjusted. smiled, and kept moving. That's the difference between a celebrity and an icon. An icon knows that the show must go on even if the clothes are coming off.
Why do we care so much? Because it humanizes them. We see Rihanna as this untouchable goddess. We see ASAP Rocky as this cool, detached fashionista. But in this moment, they were just a couple trying to survive an awkward situation. It shows the pressure of the spotlight. Every inch of your body is scrutinized. Every thread of your clothing is a potential headline. Can you imagine the stress? You spend 3 hours getting ready, thousands of dollars on glam, and a single piece of thread decides to quit its job at the worst possible time. It's a nightmare. But the story doesn't end on the sidewalk. They finally made it through the doors. The heavy velvet curtains closed behind them. The paparazzi were left outside. But now they were inside the event. The lights were even brighter. The guest list was full of rivals, designers, and critics. Rihanna couldn't just stand there holding her dress all night. She had to mingle. She had to sit down. She had to breathe. Rumors started swirling immediately. Did she change? Did they find a sewing kit? Did the designer have a heart attack on the spot? The tension inside that room was thick enough to cut with a pair of fashion shears. The truth is, Rihanna handled it like a boss. Reports from inside say she spent a few minutes in the VIP restroom with her stylist. They didn't have a backup dress. They had to fix it on the fly. We're talking safety pins, double-sided tape, and a whole lot of prayer. When she emerged back into the main hall, she looked flawless. You would never have known that 10 minutes earlier, she was one breeze away from a total exposure. She walked through that party with her head held high, proving that it's not about what you wear, it's about how you carry yourself when things go wrong. The photos from that night went viral, but not for the reason you think. Instead of being mocked for the malfunction, people praised the couple. They praised Rocky for being a gentleman. They praised Rihanna for her composure. It turned a potential fail into a massive win. It showed the world that they are a team. In the world of Hollywood, where relationships break down over the smallest things, seeing them handle a crisis together was actually kind of wholesome. Think about your own life. We've all had those moments. Maybe not on a red carpet in New York, but maybe your zipper broke at a wedding. Maybe you spilled coffee on your shirt before a big interview. We all know that feeling of sheer panic. But Rihanna taught us a lesson that night. Never let them see you sweat. Even if your dress is falling apart, act like you're the most powerful person in the room. If you believe you look good, everyone else will too. I want to hear from you guys. What would you do if you were in Rihanna's shoes? Would you run back to the car and cry? Or would you strut into that party like nothing happened? And let's talk about ASAP Rocky. Is he the ultimate hype man or what? Drop a comment below and let me know your most embarrassing wardrobe malfunction story. Let's get a conversation going. I'll be hearting the best ones. Do you think celebrities should be more open about these mishaps, or should they keep the perfect illusion alive? But wait, there's a darker side to this story. While Rihanna was fixing her dress inside, something else was happening outside on the streets of New York that same night. And some people think Rihanna's malfunction was actually a planned distraction to pull the cameras away from the real drama. Was this a genuine accident, or was it the most brilliant PR move of the decade? You won't believe who was caught in the background of those photos. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because in the next video, we are uncovering the secret footage that the fashion industry doesn't want you to see. Trust me, you don't want to miss the reveal of what was really happening behind the scenes. See you in the next one, if the truth doesn't come out first.